What's up guys, this is Rise and welcome to the video among videos. This is going to be a really long one, so sit back, relax, grab a snack and enjoy the show. This is going to be a recap of my performance in King Battle League, an event from the other night. Anyone was allowed to register and sign up. There were like just under 600 participants, I think, and a lot of great battlers gathered together. This was organized before Go Battle League came back, and King, go follow him. I'll link his channel in the description if you're not already following him. Big channel in the community, hosted this huge tournament among like almost 600 people where you just have this queue service, this website, smash.gg, where you just like link up, press find a match, and you connect with someone as your next matchup. You send each other your trainer codes, you battle, and you go on to the next one. I end up doing pretty well in this tournament, and we're gonna recap my run, and make sure you watch the whole video because I go against Fpsticks, who I'm sure a lot of you guys know. Fpsticks actually sort of inspired me to start this channel because I really enjoyed his content, and I thought like, you know what, I could probably do that too. So yeah, shout out to Fpsticks. We have a crazy battle that you're gonna see in this video at some point. I also go against Tribeguy, one of the world's best trainers. So it was overall an awesome outing, an awesome idea by King, an awesome performance, and I do end up doing pretty well, and you'll see that. So let's get into these battles. In this first matchup, I apologize, I forget who the IGN of the person we were playing was, but you can go back and see that if you want. We're going up in this matchup. Alolan Muck's gonna probably take us out. Oh, but he goes for an Acid Spray, interesting. Maybe he's not running Dark Pulse. Maybe he's running like Acid Spray, Sludge Wave or something, so an interesting move set. I decided to undercharge because I wanted to farm down, I think. Let's see what I decide to do here. Interesting move. Yeah, I would think Stunfisk, that way I can get in a couple mud shots. What's this gonna be? He was running Dark Pulse, so really interesting why he didn't go for the Dark Pulse before. His own Stunfisk comes back in, shields are down though, and we're gonna get to this Earthquake. This will hit for super effective. Plus, Galarian Stunfisk gets stabbed on that Earthquake. It does so much damage, and Poliwrath has minimal health. Next, we're going up against Noah, the Boa. No, I think you were in the comments, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Noah. Not a good lead, so we safe swap into Deoxys, and I'm running this team of Galarian, Stunfisk, Azu, and Deoxys for almost the entire tournament. I think I try like one change here or there, but pretty much this team for the whole tournament. We land a Thunderbolt, which is great. We shield up, and it's a Play Rough. Okay. It's better than shielding an Ice Beam. It's not as good as shielding a Hydro Pump. I decided to stay in for some strange... Oh yeah, I'm switch locked. I'm the one that switched, of course. We get this Rock Slide off. I'm not gonna shield anything from this Altaria because my Azu can come in and just kind of destroy it. And as soon as my clock goes up, I actually make the switch. That way I can preserve my Deoxys. And I know he switched out after 2 charge moves, so I am going to be able to stay in here against this Altaria before he is able to switch. Switch timer will be coming up soon but he shields the Ice Beam, which I thought was really interesting. He's gonna get off another Sky Attack, but he can't Dragon Breath me down. You cannot Dragon Breath down an Azu. I go for the Ice Beam straight away, hoping to avoid him switching out. And this easily takes out the Altaria. Now we're in a decent position. He farms us down with Meganium, which isn't ideal, and we don't have a great response for Meganium. We are able to, oh no, we're not able to catch a Frenzy Plant. That would have been huge. But now this is going to be very close. Luckily, Stunfisk can spam off these Rock Slides. And that's kind of what's going to give us a chance. I decide not to shield here, and it's an Earthquake. We're probably going to lose this game, right? Yeah, there's no way we get this one. Yeah, GG's to Noah there. He takes us out in that second game. Now we're going against K17 Wayne. Let's see if we can come back from that loss. We're at 1-1 at this point, but we do go on a bit of a tear, if I'm not mistaken, a bit of a win streak. We're gonna go straight for the Earthquake. Hopefully he thinks we're baiting. Hopefully this goes through, and it does go through. So that's huge. I'm gonna shield this. And he baits us with Rock Slide. Okay. We're still decent though because we landed the Earthquake. And I know at this point, I can just go for a Rock Slide because that will be enough to take him out. And he shields, and the only reason he would shield is if he's gonna go for the Earthquake. So I decided to commit both shields, and he is gonna be up a shield, but I have a lot of health and a lot of energy on my Stunfisk, and I have switch advantage. Azumarill comes in. I think I'm gonna stay in here, probably. And I'm just gonna do as much damage as I can with Stunfisk. I try to get to the Rock Slide, but he fires off a charge move first. Probably an Ice Beam. And Stunfisk barely survives the Ice Beam, so I'm gonna get this Rock Slide off. This will do some nice chip damage. And we're gonna be in a pretty good position because he does have a shield on us, but we have 2 Pokemon and he has an Azu with minimal health. I decide to bring in my own Azu because this way I can absorb these charge moves better. He's running Hydro Pump, so that's good for us. I go for the Ice Beam. I think this will probably be enough to take out the opposing Azu at this range. It is enough, and he comes in with a Haunter, so we're actually not in the clear just yet. Luckily, we over-farmed a bit, so we can get this Ice Beam off right away. He's out of shields now, and I just completely sack my Deoxys. I'm assuming this is a Shadow Ball. He gets a decent amount of energy worth of Shadow Claws. Now can I just get to this Ice Beam? He goes for a charge move and I was like, oh crap, did I just lose again? But it's just a Shadow Punch. Azu survives and we get to this Ice Beam. This will be plenty enough to take out the Haunter, and we take game 2. GG's. So 2-1 at this point it looks like. What was cool if you were watching the King Battle League stream live was you could see the leaderboards. And this is a phenomenal lead against Lantern. We do have to be careful of the Hydro Pump though. And I think I actually almost blow this lead by going for a Rock Slide here. I should just go straight Earthquake. Like, why would I don't know. I was hoping to get a shield, but now he can like shield the Earthquake, and this will be like a relatively somewhat even matchup. Now I'm just gonna go straight Rock Slide because I think I can get 2 off before he can get to a Hydro Pump. I do get the shield, which is great. Now I'm gonna go for another, and I'm probably gonna shield a Hydro Pump and then just Mud Shot down. Yeah, Galarian Stunfisk has been a great lead for me in the Great League matches I've done. He switches into his own Stunfisk. I'm gonna go for this Earthquake, because this is like the hardest hitting thing I can throw, except maybe a Hydro Pump. Earthquake connects. Now I can come in with Azu, farm down. I'm probably gonna have to eat an Earthquake, but Azu's so tanky, it won't do like a ton. It does quite a big chunk, like 40%. And then Haunter comes in. Okay. Haunter with a shield advantage is so dangerous, man, so we have to be really careful here. We're just going Ice Beam. He gets this charge move. Is it going to be a Shadow Ball or a Shadow Punch? Just a Shadow Punch once again. So we are able to take this as well. We still had a lot of health on our Stunfisk. So if he went for Shadow Ball, we definitely could have gotten to a Rock Slide before he got to another one. Another game here against K17 Wayne. I think this might be a little bit out of order. Not a good lead. He comes in with Haunter. This is better. This tells me he doesn't really have like a hard Azu counter. We get the shield. I decide to no shield this, even though I know it's probably a Shadow Ball. But the reason I no shielded was because I thought I'd be able to get to another Ice Beam anyway. And he double shields his Haunter, so we do lose switch advantage, but we're up 2 shields. So pretty good. I shield here because I think at this point he's probably not going to bother baiting. It is a Shadow Ball. Now we can Mud Shot down. I try to catch a Mud Bomb with my Altaria, but I am not able to, and this is going to be a huge 50-50 call. Is it going to be a Blizzard? I decide to shield, and it is a Blizzard, so that's huge. That totally flips this game. We're not in the clear yet, though. Not in the clear one bit, because he has this Azu. I don't know if we're going to be able to come back from this. Azu is just such a hard counter to Altaria, especially when it's carrying Ice Beam. Ice Beam does a ton of damage. This Sky Attack is coming through. This will chunk away at Azu. I think we still have a chance though. Because he went for Ice Beam and not Hydro Pump, we're over farming as much as we can. Expecting a Mud Bomb. Yeah, unfortunately, I think he's got this because Earthquake will not KO, I don't believe. And a Mud Bomb might be enough to KO at this point. It is super effective, and Mud Bomb takes us out. Good effort. Never like seeing that good effort, you know? Now we're going against Autobots. Stunfisk versus Azumarill, not a good lead. We're in here with Deoxys. I like using Deoxys as a safe swap, unless they're carrying like a Haunter or a Sableye, or maybe like an Umbreon. It's not often that Deoxys gets like absolutely hard countered. It's a very versatile Pokemon. That's why I like it. Thunderbolts will hit for super effective, of course. Electric versus Water. Takes out a good chunk versus Azu. I decided to shield here expecting a Hydro Pump. It is a Hydro Pump. So I am down in shields. And this was maybe a mistake because I'm not sure if Rock Slide KOs from this range. Yeah, so I should have gone for Thunderbolt there because he survives with 1 HP and he gets off an Ice Beam, which is a big factor. That takes out considerable amount of health, which can always make the difference. Altaria comes in, this is great. I can't get to the Rock Slide, but that's okay because I have Azu. He switches into Vileplume though, oh my god. A Shadow Vileplume, a Shadow Razor Leaf Vileplume. What is going on? We go for this Rock Slide. Shield comes up from Vileplume. Another Rock Slide coming through. Does a ton of damage because Vileplume is so glassy. He's gonna take out our Stunfisk with whatever this is, so we're gonna have to bubble down. Oh, he doesn't! Oh my god, because it was a Sludge Bomb, that's double resisted. So this Altaria has an energy advantage on us, but Azu is such a hard counter. Are we gonna be able to get this Altaria out of here? It's gotta be at a Sky Attack. It's probably over farmed a little bit at least. So we're just hoping that we can beat it to this charge move. I thought I lost at this point, but we just barely get to this Ice Beam. He's probably a few Dragon Breaths away from a Sky Attack, and we take the victory. Good games there. I think I'm realizing these battles are backwards. I had my last battle first, and my first battle will probably be last. But we're just gonna go with the flow. I'm not gonna restart this video. Rock Slide against Skarmory. This is actually a great lead. Stunfisk versus Skarmory. Everything Skarmory throws at us is going to be resisted, so we have to commit no shields in this matchup. Do not commit a shield in this matchup if you're running Stunfisk versus a Skarmory. We're just going to go straight Rock Slide. Rock Slide will hit for neutral because of the Steel Flying type of Skarmory. Earthquake would be resisted because Flying typing double resists Ground, even though Ground is super effective against Steel. He actually shields his Skarmory, which I think is a misplay. I don't think you bother shielding. I think you just do as much as you can. Flash Cannon comes in, that'll be resisted. But I know he's out of energy now, so I'm gonna over farm. Oh, maybe he wasn't. Yeah, actually mistake. I over farmed too much, so I have to commit a shield. I'm like, guys, don't commit a shield in this matchup. But I know, and I actually undercharge that so I can farm down this Skarmory. So I come out of this matchup with an Earthquake ready to go. But oh, what I do is I have double Rock Slides. And I thought I might get a shield, so I fire off double Rock Slides. So a nice play there by going for double Rock Slides instead of one Earthquake. We don't have a hard counter for Munchlax. I thought to go in with Azu because shields are down. And I actually am able to get to this Hydro Pump. I think this Munchlax might have been running Gunk Shot, and I think he was going for the Gunk Shot. But I land the Hydro Pump, so Munchlax is out of there, and he has a Whiscash in the back. So this game is pretty much sealed. I think Whiscash can beat Deoxys, and if they're one-on-one, but because I have this Azu and the Deoxys, it's not going to be very close. Don't have to shield anything really from a Whiscash. Mud Bombs won't do that much damage, and Blizzard would be resisted. I sub in Deoxys here, and this is pretty much all but over. I shield, kind of unnecessary. I probably should have flexed the winning with a shield, to be honest. But here we go. Going up against like Pineapple the Pidgey. Did I see that correctly? Stunfisk Mirror Match. I had some good luck in this tournament in the Stunfisk Mirror Match, and I had some luck just by simply not baiting. Going for Earthquake here. Let's see if it goes through. It does. People keep thinking we're baiting, but we're not. We're gonna shield this. It is an Earthquake, and this is beautiful. So now we can just Mud Shot down, and we have energy on our Stunfisk with a lot of health. What are they gonna sub in? In Azu. I think I decided to stay in here and just do as much damage as I can. I'm probably not gonna shield anything. If they hit me with a Hydro Pump, so be it. They use all their energy, and we've done a good amount of damage. Now I'm just going for chip damage because I don't want to like try and get greedy going for an Earthquake. And we draw a shield, which is phenomenal. I'm not gonna shield here. Hydro Pump, okay, takes us out. That's fine. I'm gonna come in here with Deoxys because I can get to a Thunderbolt before he can get to a Hydro Pump for sure. Thunderbolt would be enough to take out. He shields, and he has an Altaria in back, so this is over. I should have swapped right away, but I go for this Rock Slide. Kind of dumb on my part. I could have just swapped right away, Ice Beamed, but it doesn't matter a whole lot because this is sealed. He is running Dazzling Gleam. Interesting. You don't see that too often on Altaria. Usually you see Sky Attack and Dragon Pulse. Ice Beam takes out the Altaria. I'm expecting like a Hydro Pump to come through. Oh, Play Rough, okay. So have to be a little careful here because he's running Play Rough. I do decide to shield just because I know I can get to this Hydro Pump. And this, if it's not enough, the subsequent bubbles should probably be enough to take it out. But Hydro Pump is enough, and we take the win. GG. Going up, the big match, the title, the thumbnail. Maybe not the thumbnail. What you've been waiting for. Rise to Occasion versus Fpsticks. I was actually watching his stream before this match, and I saw I got matched up against him, and I just felt like guilty, like I can't look at his stream, so I turned off my laptop. Or I didn't turn it off, I closed it, and went into this matchup, because if I like saw what team he was running, like how could I not like play my team according to that? So I had this as fair as possible. I did end up watching it back over on his stream afterwards. If you're not familiar with Fpsticks, big channel in the community, go follow him, link in the description. But yeah, great match here. You're gonna see it's just absolutely insane. He decided that he wanted to win switch advantage watching back on his stream. So he decided to shield the first move, thinking that there was no way I would bait with a Rock Slide, and he was correct. Very smart on him. I know he's gonna get to these foul plays so quickly. that I don't bother shielding anything here. And I know I can come in with my Azu, and Azu can farm up energy. Probably have to eat one last resort against this Umbreon, but that's okay. This is most likely a last resort coming through. Doesn't do all that much. I know it takes 4 Snarls to get there, so he's 1 Snarl away from a last resort. I go for Ice Beam, and 1 extra bubble takes it out. So kind of perfectly overfarmed there. He comes in with Meganium. Okay, this is kind of a problem. We're gonna fire off this Ice Beam. He lets it go through, which is smart. I swapped 1 Vine Whip too early. Watching back, I was trying to catch a Frenzy Plant on my Deoxys, but I swapped 1 Vine Whip too early. Now we're in this Deoxys mirror match, and what I decided to do at this point was I thought my only win condition is saving 2 shields for Azumarill against Meganium. So we're just gonna fire these Rock Slides off each other. And you know what I arguably should have done? Here, check this out. I actually no, because he would have countered me down anyway and then had an energy. I was thinking I should have, like, if it would have been a simultaneous or something, I should have just let my Deoxys go. But I couldn't do that. Now we're gonna have to use both of our shields in this matchup against Meganium, and this is just gonna be a race. But the thing is, he charged up so much energy before that he's like overfarming a ton. So like at this point, he's already well past a Frenzy Plant, and I think he's 3 Vine Whips away, we're 2 bubbles away. So this is gonna be a CMP tie, and Meganium wins CMP against Azu. Just so close against Fpsticks. We come in with Deoxys. The timer's almost out, and he Vine Whips us down. So great game, super close against Fpsticks. And once again, like, FP sort of was an inspiration for me to start this channel. So I appreciate getting to battle him, kind of cool for me. Some of you guys send me messages in these Sylph tournaments like, man, big fan of the channel, it's a pleasure battling you. And I really appreciate that sort of stuff from you guys. And when I'm battling Fpsticks, it's the same exact thing for me. Like, pleasure battling you, my man. My man. Let's go into this next one. Azu has a great matchup versus Metacham. So we're in a pretty good position here. Ice Beam goes through. We don't have to worry too much. I'm actually gonna let Azu go, kind of debatable. But I know nothing this Metacham throws at Deoxys will do very much, and this will allow me to farm up a ton of energy on this Deoxys. So I'm just taking the shield advantage and a big energy advantage. This Deoxys is probably close to 100 energy. And what's gonna come in? Was that a Skarmory? Did I see that right? Oh, beautiful swap. So he must have gone in with Skarmory and immediately swapped into Meganium, but that's actually okay because we have our Stunfisk in back, and our Stunfisk is gonna wall that Skarmory, especially that we have a shield advantage. What do I do here? I don't shield, and I just save 2 shields for my Stunfisk because I know I can get to these Rock Slides, and I know anything this Meganium throws at me is gonna do way more than anything Skarmory throws at me. I overfarm just a little bit. Get off this Rock Slide. If he shields, I might be able to beat him to the next one too. No, not quite. But once again, the reason I'm shielding is because I know he has a Skarmory in back, and nothing the Skarmory throws at me is gonna do very much. So we are gonna be able to comfortably take this, and we already know that the Meganium is very low, so we can just Mudshot Meganium down. So we don't really have to worry about over farming in this. We do have to be a little careful not to get greedy or careless, and where he could make a sack swap into his Meganium. That's kind of his only win condition. So we do have to be careful of that. I go for this Rock Slide right away, not letting him. I think the switch clock probably still wasn't up. Rock Slide's enough to take out Skarmory, and Mud Shots take out Meganium. Oh wow, he made a swap actually. But we're all good. Mud Shotting down Meganium farmed us some energy, and we throw one last Rock Slide for the win. I will give you a screenshot at some point, if I took one. I think I did. Going up against Kevin. Kevin was amongst the leaderboards in this tournament. Kevin balled out. Another great lead. Stunfisk versus Skarmory. But I'll put a screenshot up for you guys. At one point, I was in third place on the leaderboards. At one point in time, I was tied for first with Fpsticks before I lost to him. I think then I fell to third. Then I fell to fifth. And I'll tell you what I end up finishing in. It is the top 10 though. So I was actually very happy with my performance. Shout out also to Ginger Ninja. He is, I found out, a fellow Wisconsinite. Wisconsin natives represent, and he finished third in this tournament. So 2 people from the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area finished in the top 10 in this sort of global Pokemon Go tournament. I'm telling you guys, Wisconsin represent. Okay, anyway, Deoxys versus Meganium. Neutral matchup. I think Meganium wins this just because Frenzy Plant hits for so much, and we're hitting it for not as powerful charge moves. We have to come in here with Stunfisk, and I have to be really careful of the Earthquake. I am gonna shield this most likely. It's a Frenzy Plant. Really hoping that he lets this Rock Slide go through. Thank goodness he let that Rock Slide go through, otherwise we would have been in tough shape. I know I'm getting close to be taken out by like a Flash Cannon. Probably a Flash Cannon could take me out at this range. Sky Attack would be close. Yeah, barely survived the Sky Attack. Then I swap into Azu. And are we gonna be able to come out of this? We're just at an Ice Beam. He's at a Leaf Blade. I don't know if we can win this. He's definitely gonna outpace us to the next one. So I think he's got this one pretty much locked up. Shift Tree. Oh, I remember this game. Yeah, it's the Caleb Pang lineup, of course. If you are unfamiliar with Caleb Pang, another amazing battler. And we're going up against Tribeguy here. Tribeguy, spoiler alert, Tribeguy ends up winning this entire tournament. Tribeguy is one of the best battlers in the world. He's always on the leaderboards. So another guy that was kind of cool for me to battle. Tropius lead. This is good for Stunfisk. We're gonna throw these super effective Rock Slides. Although our Mud Shots are triple resisted. So Mud Shots are doing like virtually nothing to this Tropius. I was over farming a little bit, and I didn't realize actually I don't have a Tropius, so I didn't realize how quickly Tropius gets to charge moves. The Rock Slide coming in. I go for this one, and if he shields this, I'm also gonna shield. So he does shield. I'm gonna mirror shields, that way I can win switch advantage. I think he's definitely over farmed a little bit. And yeah, I'm not super familiar with like the count on Tropius, so maybe I could have over farmed more. Maybe not, I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I think he Mud Shots us down, so I just go for this Rock Slide. I was hoping to draw a shield maybe, but no, he's too good with his counting. He knew it was just a Rock Slide. I'm gonna come in here with Azu most likely. Arguably, good use of a shield for the Earthquake. The only problem is I don't know what's in back. Another Earthquake coming through, takes out a lot of health. And I go for an Ice Beam. Is this gonna be a mistake though? Yeah, perhaps I should have just gone for the Hydro Pump, because now I'm gonna have to eat this Rock Slide, and he comes in with his own Azu. So, you know what? If I had gone for Hydro Pump, this matchup might have been different. Because now he's going to be able to hit me with a Hydro Pump most likely. And we can't get to another charge move. So this one's pretty much sealed for Tribeguy. Not the closest. If I had gone for Hydro Pump against the Stunfisk, I would have had some health on my Azu. He would have had Azu with a shield. So I'm trying to think. I think it would have been really close. It would have been really close if I had gone for the Hydro Pump against that Stunfisk. And he makes Tribeguy add an insult to injury. He makes a beautiful swap. He already had the game, but he sack swaps the Stunfisk, and then he's just flexing on me at this point, going for a charge move with my very low health Azu. Good games, Tribeguy. Definitely outplayed me and deserved that one. So deserving winner of winning the whole thing is Tribeguy. Galarian Stunfisk versus Hypno. This is a great matchup for Stunfisk so long as Hypno's not running Focus Blast. And you never know what Hypno is going to be running. Earthquake does like half health, so we're looking good. I decide to shield, I think. Yeah, just in case it's a Focus Blast. I don't want to get one shot. And since he went for Ice Punch and he's going for another move already, I assume it's probably just another Ice Punch. Doesn't do very much. We're gonna overfarm as much as we can. Rock Slide won't be enough to take out Hypno, but it'll let us farm up a little bit. So that works out very well. Played that opening matchup pretty well. Yeah, and once Azu comes in, although Azu's gonna be able to farm up some energy, we get a shield, which is great. I just go for the Rock Slide again, just for chip damage because we're in Ice Beam range now. We get to another Rock Slide. Some nice chip damage. So Azu has a lot of energy, but it's down to like half health, less than half. The reason we come in with our own Azu is just to absorb all this energy. Because we know this Azu has a ton of energy. Gets to what's probably another Hydro Pump. Gets our Azu pretty low, but like Deoxys wouldn't be able to tank these Hydro Pumps like Azu can, so that's why we came in here with Azu. Hydro Pump comes in, lets us almost bubble down. He has a Haunter though. Can we take out this Haunter? We have to go for Ice Beam to get this shield. And then we're gonna come in here with Deoxys. We're gonna shield once. I know this is probably a Shadow Punch bait, but I can't risk it being a Shadow Ball and going down. And I didn't think, and I go for Thunderbolt here because I wasn't sure if Rock Slide would have been enough to KO. I know Haunter is super glassy, but I couldn't risk it surviving. So good games there. Next one. Look how many Skarmory leads we're getting. Yeah, so a little bit of our run, I'll say it was luck. Skarmory and Stunfisk leads. They go into a shiny Licky Licky. How about that? I come in with Deoxys. I know Deoxys is taking super effective damage from these licks, but I'm also dealing super effective damage. And I wanted to switch just because I wanted to maintain that Stunfisk versus Skarmory matchup. I knew this was probably just a body slam. It seemed too fast to be a Shadow Ball. He commits 2 shields. Will I be able to get to another Rock Slide? No, he farms us down. Not ideal. I come in with Azu just to soak up this damage. I shield 1, expecting maybe a Shadow Ball. It's just a body slam, but I can bubble down. So we're still looking good. He comes in with Skarmory. Interesting. So I'm wondering what the heck he has in back if Skarmory is preferred against Azu. I think I tried to catch... Oh, and it's a Whiscash. Okay. We're still okay, though. We're still okay because we can get to these Earthquakes, and 2 Earthquakes will be enough to take out Whiscash. Mud Bomb, super effective. And I think, luckily, we're going to be able to survive this second Mud Bomb. And because we survive with a sliver of health, that essentially seals this victory for us because we can take out Whiscash with the Earthquake. Skarmory comes in. Skarmory has a lot of energy, but we are going to be able to beat it to an Ice Beam, I believe, before it can take us out. It does get to the Sky Attack, but I know how tanky Azu is, and it can just barely survive this. That was actually very close, so very close game. Could have gone either way. That's why you gotta make sure you hit all the bubbles on those charge moves, because, yeah. Hey, we've got a subscriber, JV Romano. Bad lead. Not what you want to see. I didn't switch right away. Like, Chris, what are you doing? Why did you not switch right away? The reason I switched into Azu instead of Deoxys in this situation is because Deoxys, I was hoping he'd switch out and Deoxys could match up against the Lapras later on, and Deoxys has a very good matchup against Lapras. So I switched into Azu, and he stays in, which isn't ideal because Lapras does win this matchup if it has Skull Bash. So this isn't ideal, but I know Azu can get Lapras very low, and I know Altaria does not want to see Lapras. So even though he takes that, it's still okay for us. I know this is just a Surf, so I'm going to let it go. It won't do all that much. And here's an example of Deoxys going to town. Deoxys counters pretty much his entire team. Jirachi, not going to be able to do a whole lot against Deoxys. I like that pick though, Jirachi. I decide to catch this Doom Desire with my Altaria because the fact that Jirachi was his best counter to Deoxys tells me whatever is in back isn't going to be that great against Deoxys. Do I shield here? Probably. Yeah, just because I have so much energy, I decide to shield, and he has a Mantine. Okay, we're going to be able to get off a couple of Sky Attacks most likely. Maybe, can we get there? Yeah, we do. And this might draw the shield. Draws the last shield. I would think I don't shield, do I? I do. I think he was so low at this point, I shielded because I knew I could Dragon Breath down. And then I can just Dragon Breath down the Jirachi. GG's, my guy. And shout out to JV subscriber. I had actually played him in some battles for some practice, like the day before. Or maybe it was that same day, early in the morning. And then we ended up playing each other in the tournament, so kind of funny. Stunfisk versus Deoxys. So, interesting matchup because we're taking super effective damage from these counters, but no charge move that this Deoxys throws at us is going to do anything. Look how little Rock Slide does. So this is actually, I believe, a favorable matchup for Stunfisk, just because our charge moves are going to do so much more. He shields the Earthquake, which isn't ideal. Now he'll probably be able to counter us down. So I'm just going to go for this next Earthquake, and I'm not going to bother shielding. He used Psycho Boost though, which is actually great because now he's debuffed. And then he switches. I switch into Deoxys as my best Azu counter. Deoxys only wins this if I can shield the Hydro Pump. I knew he was just going for Ice Beam, so that was great. He definitely didn't do enough bubbles to get to a Hydro Pump. Thunderbolt coming in. He uses his second shield. So I think I'm gonna use shield at this point so I can get to these Thunderbolts, even though I know it's just an Ice Beam. And Deoxys is like our best Azu counter. We have something that's weak to Azu, and Azu that's gonna tie with Azu, and it looks like I probably tried to catch a charge move with my own Azu. And I will commit my second shield. He comes in, I go for the charge move right away. That way he can't get off a charge move against me with his Deoxys. And he comes in with Reggie, and this is actually pretty good for us. We're just gonna, and we make a beautiful sack swap. into our Stunfisk, probably a Flash Cannon. So now Registeel is out of energy, and Deoxys can come in and do some damage with the Thunderbolts and counters. Deoxys will get this Reggie fairly low, and then we can come in with Azu, and Azu can clean up. We do have to be careful of a switch out. Flash Cannon goes through. I knew he was likely going to switch out, so I go for Ice Beam on purpose. And I undercharge it because I know I can eat a charge move from Azu, and then I will have enough energy to fire off a charge move against Registeel. Perhaps I should have just not undercharged it. I should have just taken out the Azu. But I think either way would have been fine. Now we have energy ready to go against Reggie, and we take the win. Looks like we've got maybe 4 more battles. JC Power 93. I've lost track of what our record is at this point. Again, I think the battles might be flip-flopped a little bit in terms of order, because at one point I was in first place because I was like 7-1, and that's not how the battles followed in this. We had a great lead. Oh wait, no, did we? It was a Bronzong lead. Yeah, that's a great lead for Stunfisk. He goes into Shiftry though, and Shiftry is a problem for our team. We don't have a great answer for Shiftry. So what I actually do here is I stay in, I get Shiftry as low as I can with my energy from Stunfisk. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in here. Try and get the Shiftry down. And I know my Pokemon in back can handle Bronzong. I am able to time it so I catch this Leaf Blade with Deoxys. And you might be thinking like, Chris, Deoxys is weak to Shiftry. But yeah, by catching the Leaf Blade, I could have then countered down and then just shielded once. Now this is a good matchup for Deoxys against this Bronzong. And I am saving my shields, boys. Saving those shields. Thunderbolt gets Bronzong fairly low. I'm not gonna bother shielding anything because I know I can survive a Psyshock. And he goes for Psyshock, yeah. And I get this Rock Slide off. So kind of in a very dominant position at this point. Shiftry still causes some issues. We're gonna come back in with Stunfisk, and I'm gonna commit a shield here, just because Azu does not want to see Shiftry. We get to this Rock Slide. This will be enough to take out Shiftry, and we'll have a little bit of health on Stunfisk and Azu for whatever's in back. He is a Whiscash. I am able to catch this Mud Bomb on my Azu. And at this point, I think JC Power decides to back out. Understood, the game was over at that point. Going up against Rohan. Row 5 Han. Nice shiny Hypno, man. I've got a shiny Hypno myself. I like using that thing. He swaps out immediately into Azu. I was like a little late on that swap. I think he got 2 bubbles off, which is not good. You want to be as quick as possible on those swaps. I don't shield the Hydro Pump, which was dumb. I almost always shield the first one, expecting a Hydro Pump, but that time I didn't, and it cost me. Just go for Rock Slide here, hoping maybe get a shield. Yep, I get the shield, and at this point, since it's a CMP, I probably don't shield, yeah. Gonna come in with my own Azu. Hydro Pump would probably be enough to take it out. Oh, he makes a nice swap, but this is fine. This is fine. Hypno can eat a Hydro Pump if he wants. Then we come in with Stunfisk. I go for a Rock Slide. Debatably could have gone for Earthquake so Hypno doesn't get off a charge move. Because Earthquake would have been enough to take out Hypno. I don't shield and it's just an Ice Punch, so a good call. And I overfarmed quite a bit, a little risky because I was very close to eating another Ice Punch there. But now I have a lot of energy. I expect... Oh, and it's a Toxicroak that comes in. Okay. Big mistake here by Chris going for this Rock Slide. Big mistake. I definitely should have gone for the Earthquake. I don't know why I tried to bait, to be honest. I'm gonna shield here. And it is a Sludge Bomb, so good thing I shielded. He makes a nice swap here. And yeah, this guy, this is an example. I think this trainer honestly outplayed me in this game. But because I had the right team composition and the right matchups, I'm still able to come out of this. But he made so many nice swaps. Like, I think he was the superior skill level in this matchup, at least in terms of one game. I'm not gonna say he's better than me in general. It doesn't work like that. I think like you can outplay someone in one game. Like he was the better player in this game than necessarily being the better player overall. Maybe he is the better player overall, I don't know. But yeah, because we had the right team comp, we are able to take it, even though he made some really nice switches that made it a lot closer than it should have been. Going up against Landad, I think I've played this guy in like Go Battle League a few times. Not a good lead. Stunny Fisk versus Azu, we don't, but this is great. This is great that he switches into Reggie, and this team that we're running is super good against Reggie. Everything in our team can at least like beat Reggie in like some scenarios. Flash Cannon coming in. Deoxys is tanky, can need a Flash Cannon. I'm just gonna go for, I am gonna shield once, and this way I can retain Twitch advantage. I go for Rock Slide just because I wanted to avoid him getting to another charge move. And he shields, so we're gonna match shields. I'm wondering if I didn't go for that Rock Slide though, if I could have countered down, because I think he was one counter away, so might have been a mistake on my part, who knows. Comes in with Azu, we're gonna go for this Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt does a good like 40% against Azu. He bubbles us down, which isn't great, but I can come in with my own Azu and absorb his energy. Is he gonna run Play Rough though? He is running Play Rough. So these are gonna do some heavy damage, some heavy neutral damage against us. It's really gonna come down to whatever the heck he has in back. And he knows what he has in back. We don't. We go for the Hydro Pump. He lets it go through. We're not gonna be able to bubble down, unfortunately. And I luckily catch what I hope is a Play Rough here. It is a Play Rough. So very nice swap on my part. We're not in the clear yet though. And I go for Earthquake here. Oh shoot. He's probably gonna win CMP though and beat us. Oh man. Yeah, I could have baited with Rock Slide. And then he would have had to use his energy. And then I could have beamed him. Ice Beam. So I did have one win condition there. But he plays it very well. And Toxicroak takes us out. Good games. Landad. Looks like this might be the very last battle of the video. If you're still watching, guys, hats off to you. I know this is long. But hopefully I could make it still entertaining even though it's a very long video. And I think we end with a win if I'm not mistaken. So stay tuned for this last win. Earthquake coming through. Does a ton of damage against Deoxys. He switches into Azu. I don't know why I'm not switching. I hesitated. Oh, Chris, this is so bad. This is so bad, Chris. Should have switched right away. I'm hoping to draw a shield though, thinking I'm going for Earthquake, and I do, so that's great. At least we're able to help ourselves out a little bit by doing that. Thunderbolt coming through. Boom, takes out a good chunk. I'm expecting him to probably go for Hydro Pump, so I am gonna shield. Good use of a shield. Hydro Pump would do quite a bit against Deoxys. And I go for a Rock Slide again though. Is this gonna be enough to take out Azu? It's gonna be close. Oh, he shields, okay. Probably another Hydro Pump, but we can survive one and get to a Rock Slide. So this is great. This allows us to retain switch advantage. Deoxys might come in to counter us down. Oh, Reggie comes in to farm us down. Okay. What am I going to do here? Azu probably? No. I'm going to try and get to this Earthquake. And I survived the Flash Cannon because it's not very effective. Oh, but no. Did you guys see what happened there? I was hesitant on my energy on the Stunfisk. And I didn't get off the Earthquake, and he hops in and he counters me down with the Deoxys. So really smart play by him and a really terrible play by me. This was a game I think I easily could have won if I had just hit that Earthquake right away, or if I had switched out immediately. But that's the end of the run. I end up finishing in 8th place out of like 500 something battlers in the King Battle League. So really happy with my performance. King gave me a shout out on his stream. I was typing in there in between battles like, hey King, like big fan, like I may not be on the leaderboard long, so I have a channel too, just so you know. And he's like, oh cool man, like go ahead, plug your channel in the chat. So I typed it in the chat. Maybe we got a couple subscribers from the Twitch stream. But overall, really cool event put on by Pogo King. Check out him. Thanks to Fpsticks for the battle. I mean, I guess he didn't really have a choice. We got matched up together. But yeah, I appreciate battling one of the best in the world. Appreciate battling Tribeguy, another one of the best in the world. Really cool event put on by Pogo King. And I was just happy that I actually finished in the top 10. Putting some respect on the name, guys. We're growing. By the time you're seeing this video, we likely will have hit 2,000 subscribers. So I can't thank you enough. I love this game. I love Pokemon Go. I love how supportive you guys have been in the comments. Like 99% of our comments are very supportive. And then some of you guys might be kind of critical of some stuff, but I appreciate it when it's like thoughtful criticism. If it's like a problem with my mic or something like that, as long as it's like respectable and you guys are trying to improve my content, I love that that you guys are trying to help out. So without further ado, thank y'all for watching. Thanks for the support. We're gonna keep at this and see how big we can get. Everybody, thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, share the content with your friends. And without further ado, I will see you in the next one. Peace.